Hi friends and welcome back. It is October, which to me means spooky, witchy, magical vibes in the books that I am reading. During this season, I really want something that epitomizes fall. I want to feel all of the Halloween spooky things before the end of October. So while I was looking for a new book to read to really kick off this season, I decided on the Ex Hex by Erin. Now, this book actually came out in 2021. I want to say it came out last October, but I didn't read it then. So I was looking around for it, looking for something new, and saw that it was available on my Libby app, and I decided now was the perfect time to get into it. I said this in my October recommendation video, but I and a lot of other people really want books that just bring the whole vibe. I mean, I want it to feel like fall through the book. I want witches, I want magic, I want it all. So that is how I selected this book. Let's get into it. In this book, we follow Vivian Jones, who nurses her broken heart like any young witch would. And she does that through vodka, weepy music, bubble baths, and a curse on her ex-boyfriend. Now, sure, Vivian knows that she is not supposed to use her magic this way, but to her, she just has a fall-scented candle. She's just saying a few things while she's had a little bit to drink and she's upset. She doesn't think that anything more than like a bad hair day or something is going to happen. Vivian heals her broken heart and everything is totally fine until Reese Penhallow, descendant of the town where Vivian lives, called Graves Glen, returns. What should be a quick trip back to town for Reese turns into a disaster. He goes there really just to fix some magical things that seem to be off in the town and to attend the town's annual fall festival. But like I said, things have started to go disastrously wrong, and of course, he runs into his ex-girlfriend, Vivian. With one really bad situation after another, Vivian comes to realize that her silly little Ex Hex, see what I did there, might not have been so silly after all. So now Vivian has realized that the curse that she put on her ex-boyfriend is a very real thing. There are some scary things happening in their town. Their town is under attack by some wind-up toy thing. Also a ghost. There is also a talking cat who has a lot to say, and Vivian and Reese are trying to figure out what is going on, but also trying to ignore their off-the-charts chemistry that they're both trying to deny is still there, and just trying to solve all of the town's problems. So now you know a little bit about the plot of the book. It's witchy, it's got magic, it's got some major fall vibes, and it's a romance. That's it. That's all that you need to know. I'm just kidding. Let's get into my thoughts on this book. This book was a very easy read. Well, actually, I listened to it on Libby, so it was a very easy listen. So I should say that I always like to add this. Listening to a book is very different than actually reading the book. So I really enjoyed the audiobook, and I really enjoyed the narrator's voice and the way that this was read. I can always tell if I am going to enjoy an audiobook pretty much within the first few minutes. It's really important to me that the narrator be engaging and just have a really nice reading voice. So if you also are very particular about the books that you can listen to, definitely give this one a try because I did really enjoy listening to it. For the things that I liked about this book, I just really enjoyed the entire book. I wanted those fall and Halloween things. All of them, all of the things. That's exactly what this book delivers. And realistically, it was funny and well written, and the characters were really enjoyable. And it actually reminds me of Halloween movies that I would watch on Disney Channel while I was growing up. I know that that sounds so silly, and actually this is kind of more of an adult Disney movie because, like I said, she does deal with a breakup with vodka, weepy music, a curse on her ex-boyfriend, so it is a little advanced for Disney, but I think that it reminds me of a Disney movie because it was so immersive. Like, it was easy to fly through, and you just enjoyed all of the aspects of it and the banter and the characters. And it would make a really good Hallmark movie, actually. But I've only ever seen Hallmark Christmas movies. Does Hallmark have like October movies too? I'm not 100% sure. But if they have October, Halloween, fall vibe movies, this would make a good one. Now, let's get into the things that I didn't like or the things that I wish could have been done a little bit differently. This is something that I do in all of my reviews, but honestly, I think this might be the first time that I don't really have anything to add here. Now, I am not saying that this is the best book that I have ever read. I just think that it was perfect for the reason that I read it. Well, actually, I listened to it, but same thing. So I picked this book for the vibes that I knew that it would bring. Witches, magic, fall atmosphere. It delivered. There was nothing more that you could ask for from this book. I mean, this book had witches, magic, ghosts, romance, a cat named Sir Percival. I mean, seriously, what more could you want? Like I said, it's not a major thought-provoking book, but that's not the intent of this book. So again, just know there are reasons why you're selecting this book, and you'll very likely enjoy it. If you are looking for a book that brings all of the Halloween spirit and coziness and some romance and some funny characters, then this will be a great pick for you. For my final review, I am going to give this book 3.5 stars. Now, I know that sounds a little bit low, but realistically, it's just because I have read so many incredible books, and I really need to reserve those 4 and 5 star ratings for the incredible, thought-provoking, emotional, traumatic books that I know are out there. And as I've continued to read and review books, I've realized how different these categories can be. So this is a fantastic book for what it is, but I'm really reserving those 4 and 5 star ratings for books that emotionally destroy me, maybe mentally destroy me. Think It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I have some others. That's just the first one that popped up. Should also add that the author of this book, Erin Silver, did just come out with another book this October as well. I unfortunately haven't read it yet, but after reading this one, I feel like it would definitely be an enjoyable book, especially in the month of October. We still have time left, so read this one, read her next one, read one of them. I'm sure it is going to get you into the fall and Halloween mood. I think that her next one is called The Kiss Curse, which honestly is just the cutest name, and I really wonder how similar it's going to be to this book. It kind of makes me think of Ali Hazelwood, who in my mind is kind of like the STEM queen. Like, she has found her genre of books and continues to write books that are similar but a little bit different. Like, you kind of know what you're going to get from her, but it's still enjoyable. So she's got her thing. We know she's going to write about women in STEM, and they're going to be brilliant, and they're going to have some type of romance going on. Maybe they don't understand their romance situation, but I'm wondering if that's how Erin Silver is going to become, but with Halloween romance books. I am here for it. I really hope that we continue to see more books from her. This is just my theory. I'm really wondering if we're going to see her kind of stick to this genre and this plot type maybe we'll get another Halloween book from her next year. I would love to know if any of you have read the Ex Hex or the Kiss Curse by Erin Silver. Please let me know if you have down in the comments either of those two books. I'd love to know your thoughts on them, and definitely let me know if you have any other books that you want to recommend to me, or if you have any other books that you'd like for me to review. I am looking for all of the fall books through November, and then we'll be getting into some holiday books. So if you have any books in mind for the next couple of months, please let me know. I would love to try them out. And as always, thank you so much for your support and your suggestions and comments. It makes me so happy to engage with you guys about the books that you're reading and about the books that I am reading. And of course, I have some links down below if you want to connect with me on Goodreads and TikTok. I would love to connect with you in some other spots. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!